Vitaminwater exploded from a gym fad, with bottles delivered in a Porsche, into a Coca-Cola blockbuster worth $4.1 billion. It was sold as healthy, despite packing nearly as much sugar as a Coke. Its labels promised wellness, but lawsuits exposed a marketing deception so bold that Coca-Cola's own legal defense contradicted what consumers believed. How did a supposed health drink become a global deception, and why did no one stop it? The answer begins long before the legal battle ever started. J. Darius Bykoff stood at the intersection of risk and opportunity in 1996. After a water contamination scare in New York City, he set out to create something that felt safer and smarter than ordinary bottled water. Drawing on his family's experience in the aluminum packaging business, Bykoff launched Glasso and introduced Smart Water that same year. But it was the debut of Vitaminwater in 2000 that would change everything. Bykoff did not rely on traditional advertising or big distributors in those early days. He loaded cases of Vitaminwater into his Porsche, equipped with a custom fridge, and hand-delivered them to gyms and health food stores around Manhattan. Trainers, yoga instructors, and their clients became the first true believers. The brand's clean, clinical labels and bright flavors stood out in coolers across the city, signaling something new, a drink that promised more than just hydration. Promise. The momentum caught the attention of Rohan Oza, a marketer who would later become known as the brand father for his knack at turning beverages into pop culture icons. Together, they shaped Vitaminwater's identity as a lifestyle accessory as much as a drink. The product's placement in gyms and health stores was not accidental, it was a calculated move to borrow credibility from the world of fitness and wellness. In October 2004, a new kind of partnership took shape. Rapper 50 Cent, at the height of his fame, did not just sign an endorsement deal, he took a 2.5% equity stake in Glasso. This was not the typical celebrity sponsorship. 50 Cent became both a face and a stakeholder, blending his personal brand with the drink's promise of energy and edge. The partnership brought Vitaminwater into the mainstream, connecting it with music fans, athletes, and a broader, younger audience. Sales reflected the hype. By 2004, Vitaminwater was bringing in $100 million annually. 3 years later, that number had soared to $700 million. On May 25, 2007, Coca-Cola stepped in with an offer that stunned the beverage world, $4.1 billion for Glasso, nearly twice its value from just 9 months earlier. The deal became Coca-Cola's largest acquisition at the time, and 50 Cent reportedly walked away with around $100 million from his stake. Vitaminwater had gone from a hand-delivered curiosity to a global phenomenon. Its rise was not just about flavor or vitamins, it was about the story, the placement, and the people who turned a bottle of water into a symbol of health, hustle, and aspiration. Vitaminwater's promise began with a name. Every bottle carried a word like defense, rescue, energy, focus, or endurance stamped across the label in bold clinical type. The front read like a prescription: vitamins plus water equals all you need. Underneath, smaller print boasted claims about keeping you healthy as a horse, reducing the risk of eye disease, or promoting healthy joints. The clean pharmaceutical look, white label, black text, bright color block, borrowed from medicine cabinets and doctor offices, not soda coolers. In gyms and yoga studios, that message landed perfectly. Surrounded by weights and treadmills, a bottle of defense or energy looked like part of the workout itself, but the real contents told a different story. Each 20-ounce bottle contained 33 grams of sugar, about 8 teaspoons, nearly as much as a 12-ounce can of Coke. Water, cane sugar, and crystalline fructose topped the ingredient list. The vitamins that gave the drink its name appeared only after the sweeteners, tucked further down the label. The calorie count stood at 120 calories per bottle, but even that number was easy to miss. The label quietly split each bottle into 2.5 servings per bottle, shrinking the sugar and calorie figures per serving and making the full impact less obvious. For anyone glancing at the packaging, the focus stayed on nutrients and wellness, not on the sugar load. Flavor names doubled as health claims, each one designed to trigger a sense of benefit. Defense implied immunity, rescue suggested recovery, energy promised stamina, focus claimed mental clarity, endurance suggested longer performance. The combination of vitamin icons, playful copy, and gym placement created a health halo that made Vitaminwater seem like a smart, even necessary choice for the health conscious. The technical accuracy of the label kept the product within FDA rules, but the overall impression was engineered for maximum optimism. Vitamins dominated the front, while the sugar content faded into the background. The illusion was complete. A sweetened drink dressed up as a wellness solution, moving millions of bottles off the shelves and into the hands of people chasing better health. In January 2009, the Center for Science and the Public Interest filed a class action lawsuit against Coca-Cola, thrusting Vitaminwater's health claims into the legal spotlight. The lead plaintiff, James Coe, said he thought he was getting vitamins, not a Coke's worth of sugar. The complaint pointed to phrases like vitamins plus water equals all you need and promises to keep you healthy as a horse, arguing that these claims misled shoppers into believing they were making a healthy choice. Coca-Cola responded with a defense that stunned even seasoned legal observers. The company called the case a publicity stunt and argued in court that no reasonable consumer could be misled into thinking vitamin water was a healthy beverage. Their lawyers described the labels as harmless puffery, insisting that nobody could take the health claim seriously. But the facts told a different story. In 2010, a federal judge ruled that calling vitamin water healthy violated Food and Drug Administration rules. The court found the claims actionable, not just marketing exaggeration. 3 years later, the case was certified as a class action for injunctive relief, opening the door for a broader reckoning with vitamin water's marketing. Still, the process dragged on until 2016, when Coca-Cola settled. The agreement forced label changes. The words with sweeteners had to appear twice, calorie counts had to be front and center, and all disease prevention language had to be stripped away. Attorneys collected $2.7 million in fees, lead plaintiffs received $5,000 each, and consumers received no compensation. Coca-Cola admitted no wrongdoing and said it made no sense to continue this costly legal battle. The contradiction was complete, a product sold on the promise of health, defended in court by denying anyone could believe it. Vitamin Water's story did not end with a courtroom settlement or a few label tweaks. Even after the legal dust settled, bottles continued to fly off shelves. The brand has held on to more than $1 billion in annual sales, year after year, with new flavors and the introduction of Vitamin Water Zero, an option sweetened with stevia and erythritol. The changes demanded by the lawsuit, like adding the words with sweeteners on labels and removing health claims, barely made a dent in its popularity. In the U.S., vitamin water remains a staple in coolers at gyms, grocery stores, and convenience stores. Overseas, regulators took a harder line. In 2011, the United Kingdom banned vitamin water ads that described the drink as nutritious. 3 years earlier, in 2008, Australia's consumer watchdog handed the brand a Shonky Award for misleading marketing. But these actions did not stop the formula from spreading. Instead, they exposed the limits of local enforcement against global brands. The real legacy lies in the playbook Vitamin Water left behind. Its health-washing strategy, using vitamins and functional claims to give sugary drinks a wellness glow, became the template for a new generation of beverages. Rival brands like Propel, Bai, and Sobe adopted the same tactics, bold claims, bright packaging, and just enough nutrients to distract from the sugar. The celebrity equity model pioneered by Vitamin Water and 50 Cent found new life in partnerships like Celsius with Flo Rida. Regulators have struggled to keep up. The FDA rules still allow structure-function claims that skirt around disease prevention, leaving plenty of room for clever marketing. As long as companies avoid explicit promises, they can sell the feeling of health, even when the facts tell a different story. Today, Vitamin Water still lines shelves with over $1 billion in annual sales. Health claims may be gone from labels, but the illusion of wellness in a bottle persists. The real lesson? Marketing can outpace regulation, and as long as perception sells, the next health halo waits in plain sight.